Yo, and welcome back to a Renegade-X Essentials tutorial. This one's all about Kismet. In particular, this one's about getting and removing credits from players. So, what this means is we can get the amount of credits a player has, check it against a set variable, and then we can remove it. Primarily we use this for nothing. We added it for modders. The base game doesn't actually use this whatsoever. It's all done through code. But we added it in so you can add your own little purchase terminals, basically. You can remove credits for buying vehicles or weapons or whatever. So let's get to it anyway. Let me show you how this works. So I put a PT in, purchase terminal in for now, just so I know where I'm clicking for testing purposes. So, I want to go to Kismet. I have Kismet open. There's nothing in here yet. I need to get a way to actually interact with Kismet, so I'm going to add a trigger. So, add a trigger. Just put it half and half. Oops, I needed to do that. Just like that. And then I need to add this trigger to Kismet. I'm going to be using the use function on it. So we're going to use by pressing E. And then we'll start Kismet. If you don't know how to use Kismet, I suggest you go watch some Kismet tutorials. Kismet is just a visual coding system tool. I'm not going to be showing you how to give players like vehicles and whatnot. I'm just going to be showing you how to get the credits and remove the credits. So what we need to do is go to a new, so right click, new action, go to Ren-x and get credits. So when I trigger this trigger, so when I use the trigger, basically pressing E within this area, I want to get the player credits. So I need to set an instigator for this. The instigator is the person or the player that, or the thing that touches or uses this trigger. So for this case, I actually need to use a variable, and it's going to be an object variable. We can't use player because the player doesn't really work from what you play. So we're going to use an object, and we're just going to plug the target into the object and the object into the instigator. So instigator is me, or the person that does the trigger, and the get credits is going to get the credits off the instigator. Alright, then it's going to throw out the number of credits it has, or he has, or she has, into this blue triangle. To actually get this, we need to put a new variable in called an integer, or an int, and it's just going to get thrown out to there, so I'm just going to join them up. So this number will actually change depending on how many credits we have, because this node is throwing out the number. So that's how we get the credits. We will have to, or if you're buying something, you're going to have to make sure that the player has enough credits to go forth and buy the thing. So we're going to get credits, make sure he's got the right amount. So we're going to do that by adding a condition, a new condition, and a comparison, and compare int, or compare integer. So out to the in. So basically trigger it, we're going to get the credits, and then we're going to compare the credits to the amount of credits that you need to buy said thing. In this case, I'm going to set mine to 150. So what I just did there is copied this and then added a number, and yeah. For testing purposes, I'm going to add an announcement. Just because I need an audio cue to show you what's going on. In this case, I'm going to be using a negative and positive sound cue. So, affirmative. So this one's going to play negative, this one's going to play affirmative. It's just for testing, you don't have to put this in. So, if my credits are auto-saving, yeah, okay. So if my credits are equal or greater than B, so this one here, right, this is greater, and that's equal to B, I want it to play the affirmative. Yeah, and if it's lower than, A is lower than B, so I don't have enough credits, it's going to play the negative. So let me just set up this world quickly. I forgot to do this off camera, my bad. I'm going to play from here, and it's going to play positive or affirmative NOA because I have 150 credits. Didn't I play from here? There we go. So, let me get my headphones on. So I have affirmative, 150. Now if I put this to 151, it's going to play the negative because I don't have 151. See? Another thing you need to know is this has to be set to 0. So in sequence events, max trigger count is 0. If you only have it on 1, it means you can only be triggered 1 time. So 0 means it can be triggered an infinite amount of times. So next thing, now we can compare how many credits we have. Let me just reset this to 150. Now we can actually take that amount off you. So we're going to go to new action, Renegade-X, and remove credits. And target again has to be the instigator because we need to remove the credits from the person who is looking at buying something. So this is the affirmative. I'm just going to plug that into there. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to put this to the amount of credits, 150. So then typically I'd put everything else in between these two. So your spawning of vehicles or weapons, the comparison of how many weapons and vehicles are actually in the map and all that, then remove credits right at the end. Because say if you have a limit of 3 vehicles you want to buy, or you're allowed to buy, and there's already 3 vehicles on the battlefield, you don't want to be taking credits off people. So we're going to add this right at the end, and that's it. So that's 150 or whatever you want to set. Play from here. You can see I have 150 credits. I'm going to come here. I have 0. If I come back here, negative. Now I'm going to give myself some credits. I'm going to give myself more than that. I can take as many credits as I want. So that's the basics of credits. So this, and this is all you need for credits. And these things here can be filled in with whatever you want. Spawning vehicles, killing a building, whatever you want. So yeah, thanks for watching. Shall catch you in the next one. Ta-da.